All right, welcome into Beers by the Ivy. Beers by the Ivy, presented by Joey Scott Media. I'm Joey Scott, and this is my sports podcast. Pacers, tough loss. Kind of an embarrassing loss, quite frankly. Just inbound the basketball fundamentals. You just do everything right the whole game, and you have one mess up, one error, and you let the Celtics come in and just win the game. I mean, it would take so much leadership and momentum for the Pacers to win when it goes into overtime, when they essentially gave up the game up by 4 points, 3 points, and then oh my god, not only do you miss inbound the basketball, but then you essentially let them shoot a three when you know they can't. All we can't do is let them shoot, and you end up letting them shoot a three. And the thing too is, last series with the Knicks, it's I kept it to 100 on this. I was like, Knicks are tougher than us. We're a better team. We enjoy, we have a better unit of people that enjoy playing together. Knicks are mainly just like a AAU team with one really good player, and the other people support that one player. I mean, the Celtics just, man. I gotta say, I think the Celtics are soft. And I think Jaylen Brown is double soft. Laying on the floor, not even hit. That guy is so effing soft. For us to lose to that team, especially when you have I don't know what these professional media people that go on TV every day that are supposed to be professional analysts of the sport of basketball, and you're telling me that the Pacers aren't on the level that the Celtics are? I mean, even the best player for the Celtics, Tatum, to me is soft. I think the Pacers have a chance to beat them without a doubt. And what makes me upset is, this is the game that we should have stole from them. And I bet we could do the same thing the next game, but this is the game where it's in the line. You're right freaking there. And when I just look at who was the toughest person on the floor today, I would say Naismith. I think Naismith played the toughest basketball. Who had the most guts on the floor? Nembhard, most guts on the floor. I will also say, though, I thought Drew Holiday also had tough guts. He doesn't fit the mold of the Celtics team. He's on the Bucks when the Bucks were tough. I'm telling you right now, the Celtics, they just seem so soft. I just despise them now. I didn't know that they were this soft. But yeah, I mean, the Pacers, everyone, just look at the stat line. Once again, this is a real hot take. The game is literally ended when I started talking. Siakam 24, Naismith 14, big 14. Turner 23, kind of a quiet 23, but he hit some good buckets in the beginning of the game. Nembhard 12, a lot of good shots from him. Halliburton played great, 25. And McConnell, of course, 13. Jason Tatum 34. He's never going to be the face of the league. I can tell you that right now. He does not have the intensity or the want to be the face of the league. But he is a talented player. He's a high IQ player. He's extremely good around the rim. But he has no even close resemblance of a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal or anyone with at all intensity. He would get wrecked in any other physical sport. I just feel that. Al Horford, really some big buckets in the game. Drew Holiday, once again, 28. I thought he was the toughest and best Celtic today. I respect his game. Jaylen Brown's soft as shit, but he did hit the last game. But just laying on the ground like that, you're so soft. Get out of here. 26 points. All right, my other notes here. I'm just going through, guys. Once again, hot take. Situational basketball, we got to outbound the ball. Pacers did have 15 plus turnovers, and that was I wrote that down the fourth quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I bet we had ended up having 20, 25 turnovers, and we still almost won the game at their place. And yeah, I wrote down just, I felt from the very beginning, and I made a TikTok video on this, that the Celtics just seemed like a very complacent team. They just think they're gods. They think they're so much better than the Pacers, which falls right along with the media too. And I thought and what's so upsetting about this loss is I just felt like the Pacers played tougher. They played tougher. They played even smarter. They just did not make one play, inbound the basketball. And you could say, well, the Celtics are a better team if you can't make one play. Celtics might be a better team. They might have more talent. But I'm telling you right now, they don't have the excitement or the toughness that the Pacers have. And their crowd was also super boring. I cannot wait for the Pacers to go back home and play in front of our crowd. I really see this series going long, and I definitely see this series to a point where I'm not worried about the Pacers at all. Celtics are going to need to bring a tougher game because I'm telling you right now, our team does not stop running, and we only get tougher. TJ McConnell, thought he had another great game. I don't know if he's going to be as lethal against the Celtics because Celtics are just longer. But once again, my favorite thing about him is like he just doesn't give up on plays. You know, he just doesn't give up on plays. Like he comes in it was in overtime or end of the fourth quarter. He comes in for like some reverse layup, completely misses. But instead of looking around like a bum, he stays in the play, hits the ball out of the center's hand for the Celtics, and it goes out of bounds, Pacers ball. Like, that's winning basketball. That's winning basketball. You know, I gotta say this too. Is like, Rick Carlisle, like, what are we doing? Why isn't TJ McConnell inbounding the basketball? Or at least, like, on the floor to, like, receive the basketball? I'm pretty sure he's a good free throw shooter. It should have been Nembhard, Halliburton, and TJ McConnell, one of them three, getting the basketball. Oh my God. All right, let's change topics. I'm trying to cover more things, but each time I talk, it's always about the Pacers just because we're in the playoffs and, you know, they're one of my teams. But I do want to talk about Caitlin Clark for a second in the Fever and in the WNBA. I mean, these WNBA girls need to get something straight. People are watching the WNBA for the first time not because of the legacy of what has been built in the past. It's because of Caitlin Clark. So I'm just sick of seeing people get interviewed and just lie. Like, no one cares about past. No one cares about the ABA. Right? It's the NBA. Bird, Magic, got us on the map. Michael Jordan made an empire. Right? These singular people build these commercial sports empires. And that's what Caitlin Clark's doing. She's like selling out arenas, guys. That was like unheard of 3 years ago. It's not because the culture changed. It's not because ESPN's all woke. It's because she's an interesting person and an interesting talent, and people want to see it. That's why the WNBA is flourishing. And yeah, there's some really good people, like Brianna Stewart, the like center from New York. Unbelievable hand-eye coordination. Some of the best like catch and shoot touch I've ever seen ever. She's unbelievable. So yeah, there are some phenomenal people in the league, but Caitlin Clark is the reason why arenas are selling out and the WNBA is getting on the map. All right, Cubs, let me check that. I know we were playing the Braves. This is also Beers by the Ivy, Cubs channel, NFL, college football. Okay, yep. Cubs would beat the Braves 4-3. Didn't even get to watch this one. All I know right now is Cubs baseball channel had a video on this earlier today, but we are just getting our ass kicked in injuries. We got to step up. And why we don't explore Trevor Bauer, I got no idea. Sometimes to win, you got to be tough. Like, this whole video is about being tougher. Literally, Pacers need to be tougher. Calling out the Celtics, they need to be tougher. Like, why aren't we pushing back against the league and picking up a guy that could help us? Hendricks going to the bullpen, as he should be. And if you're Hendricks, dude, sometimes you just get old in life. Sometimes you just aren't as good. Right? It's like, I played hockey. It's like 16 years. If I skated tomorrow, I wouldn't even be able to stick handle. Right? Sometimes you just lose skill. Sometimes with age, you just don't become as good as something. What do you effing do? Get in the bullpen. Get some good innings for the Cubs. Find your second win of your career. But the Cubs got to get healthy. We got to get smarter. We cannot have the whole team getting injured. I'm pretty sure everyone but like one starter has gotten injured or has missed time. Not rest days. I'm talking like injury time. Not good enough. Training staff, not good enough. Something's wrong. We got to get smarter. I keep saying it. We got to look at Eastern medicine, Western medicine. We got to do stuff different. All sports empires, sports dynasties have uniqueness to them. And they're usually just smarter and tougher and willing to take chances versus the other teams are always behind and always dumber. Perfect example. Minnesota. All the teams in the league are trying to become the next Warriors. What does Minnesota do? They go get 2 centers. They get 2 centers the year that I'm pretty sure Steph Curry won the championship. The last one. And Minnesota goes out and gets 2 centers. Looks pretty good right now because they hit on a guard. So now they have a system that's very unique. And for the record, you know who also has a unique system? The Pacers. The Pacers have a unique system. No one's going to talk about that because ESPN loves to talk about New York, which personally I don't have a problem with. I kind of like that New York gets all the media. But the fact that Boston's getting all this media and I just watch them look embarrassing, I would be embarrassed if I was on the Boston Celtics after that game. I'd be like, how did we play so flat and pathetic in front of our own crowd when literally the Pacers played 2 days ago in the hardest basketball arena in the world? Absolute joke. But yeah, back to the Cubs. So we got to do something unique. I mean, our water reverse osmosis. It's got to be the best water on the planet. Maybe we got to stretch more. Maybe we got to do actual ice baths, not these stupid things you put over your legs. We got to get back to basics because I don't remember, 15 years ago dealing with all these injuries. So something we're doing just is not good enough. What's going on? Oh, the modern athlete. What is going on? All in all, though, great win for the Cubs. We got to keep it going. Atlanta's obviously a very impressive team. Good to see Suzuki back. Good to see Bellinger back. Morel. Glad to see his foot wasn't too bad. But yeah, there's good things ahead for the Cubbies, Pacers, and even the Fever. All teams I discussed today. So yeah, my teams are looking good, quite frankly. All right, this has been I don't know if this is a normal video. It's been kind of a rant. It's just a true fan take here. But we're definitely bringing in more content. I'm filming this at 11:08. So if you like and subscribe, shout out. Thanks for those who are downloading on Spotify and Apple podcasts. Super cool to see those people. So shout out to you. Appreciate the support. This has been Beers by the Ivy. I'd call this the hot take version. All right, thanks. We'll talk soon.